Hello and welcome to part 5 of Community Service, an Onyx Path premiere game of the brand new Trinity Continuum Aberrant 2.0 rule system. My name is Kyle, and I am your host, producer, and story guide today, and I guess tonight, depending on where you are. Community Service is a 10 to 11 part weekly 2-hour event that will start at 10 p.m. Mountain every Tuesday from now until the end of the year, with only, as I always say, a 1-week hiatus. Actually coming up next week when I'm off to a Catacon in Dayton, Ohio. And if you'd like to play some Aberrant Community Service there, hit me up and we will sit down at a table and play. I'm not kidding. I think that I'd be willing to do that. Anyway, you can usually find me, Kyle, in Podcast Land, where I put out 10 podcast episodes a month on the minimum. But next week, I will actually be on twitch.tv/nerdsmith. We are Nerdsmith, where I will be playing a fun game with somebody. I don't really know too much about it, but I think I'm playing a baby mimic in a Dungeons & Dragons game. So, yeah, come check that out. That's going to be hilarious. Now, look me up otherwise at www.taverntales.ca, and if you like to listen to podcasts, I've got a whole bunch of them. Now, we are super excited to have a lot of people in chat tonight, so if you're out there, I need some help. Pull on your gauntlet and pick up your stylus and write down, because a lot of people have witnessed the events on the highway before with the prisoners outbreak, and now here on the plane and outside the plane. On the plane as well. And people are recording those things with their handheld devices, their phones, their cameras, their camcorders, their iPads, things like that, and they are throwing those things up right away on places like YouTube and TikTok and other streaming channels, maybe Twitch. I don't know, but nonetheless, you have to title the video that you're streaming. So if you could, people in chat, what are these videos called? What are people saying as the title of the video that we are now seeing of the last few bits of events here as things unfold? Because I would like to include them not only in the story to come tonight, but in a future couple games, as well as our PCs start to encounter these videos of themselves doing super ridiculously heroic things. So, with that, it is now time for some news from our sponsors. Next week, Onyx Path launches a new Kickstarter, Mummy 2.0, The Curse 2E Kickstarter. Check it out there. And as well, hop by the Hype I Hope Monday meeting notes posted here in Twitch chat. And with that, let's pass things over to the players.
Hi everyone, I'm Paige. I'm known as D&D and Paige Online, and you can find me on Mondays on Scraticus with Tact and Diplomacy, where we're doing a second season. You can find me here on Tuesdays, except not next week because hiatus. Ooh. And yeah, you can find me other places, but my brain no works so good today. So I play Jess, aka the Gauntlet. Called that for a reason, and I'm a super strong athlete. And not just any super strong athlete, but like the strongest athlete probably on this planet. And I'm really excited about it.
That's awesome.
Hi everyone, I'm Velvet. You can find me on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar. You can also find me on other podcasts like Morty's Devils, Stories of a Broken Sun, Flight Risk, where I play Kyle's sister. And you can find me here on Tuesdays. I play Isabella Sterling, like the Silver. And she's learned that it's not so easy being green or particularly sober.
Hi, I'm Nat, Ashes for Foxes on Twitter, the host of the Meta Machina podcast. That's METAMASHINA. I play Ash, your resident punk rocker, who just found out that they have Light Fist, in addition to all the glittery stuff that's going on right now.
Hi, I'm Carl. You can find me on Twitter at RPG Carl and lurking around on Twitch as Just a Carl. I'm also very excited about a game coming up on Monday with We Are Nerdsmith, where we're all going to play baby monsters, going to rescue our master. That's going to be exciting. And I am playing Leo, a curmudgeon-y old cab driver who tries to make the best of the situation, who is confident that we have all wound up in some sort of sci-fi parallel dimension or lost our minds.
Hello, everybody. I'm Sarah. I am an artist and a gamer. You can find me online on Twitter and Instagram at RNL, #above, or @above. You can find me on Twitch at Ars Mythica. You can find me here every Tuesday, except next week, for community service. It's the only stream that I'm doing currently, except for the one that Carl was just the one that Carl was just talking about. We're going to play Baby Critters, and I'm real excited. It's going to be a lot of fun next week. You can find my art stuff if you want to find my art or my drawings at Mythic Mermaid Arts. And I am playing Samantha, and she is a archaeology anthropology doctorate student who just found out that she has a sonic blast that she can shoot people with from her brain, and that she's super, 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 super smart.
I want to interrupt. I don't know why I completely forgot. The first official game of our City of Mist game is tomorrow night, called Obscurum, and that is also on the We Are Nerdsmith channel. I'm very excited about that. It's going to be 1950s, very noir, very detective, and the cast is amazing.
Cool.
All right.
Well, yes, with announcements aside, let's step into the game itself, where we paused last game at the height of the social interaction between Mandy, played by Paige, and Leo. So let's just resolve that scene, and I will turn over narrative story guide control to Paige to finish this up and then turn back into Jess.
So where we left off, Mandy was absolutely rejecting her father, who is now in her mind even bigger freak than he was before. So after ignoring his pleas for understanding, she shoves him away and ran off the plane, limping a little bit still, not letting him fully heal her before she ran away from, I was going to say Freak Daddy, but that's not a good way to say it, but it's the first thing that came to mind. So back to Jess, which is much more likely to say that, who was ran back on the plane trying to save more people.
Nice. So Mandy has left?
Indeed.
Cool. Leo, how do you respond to this?
Looking around to make sure no one has like shrapnel sticking out of their chest or anything crazy like that I'm going to be
there's something
ignoring.
Crazy going on.
There's totally something crazy going on.
Yeah, Velvet, what's the crazy thing that Leo sees? What's your immediate emotional response to that, Velvet? And then I'll get Nat to describe what it is.
I think it's a very visceral jump, like almost Wilhelm screaming. She jumps from one seat to the other because one of the turbines starts making like just the most ridiculous racket before catching on fire.
Cool. I didn't mean for Isabella Sterling. I meant Velvet. When you see the scene, I totally get visceral as a great response anyway. So give me something visceral, Nat, that Leo now sees in the seats between an escaping Mandy and himself.
Well, if I recall, my character had been trying to assist somebody that had been skewered on the arm. And so I think that there's just a jet of blood that just sprays across the cabin from me attempting to dislodge this poor boy.
Okay, yeah, you see that.
Okay, Leo starts to run out after Mandy. Mandy, wait, and then stops and sees this spray of blood into his path.
A jet of blood.
and diverts his attention to that.
Cool. What do you want to do?
Begin trying to do first aid, trying to patch the wound.
Okay.
Attempting to use the same healing power, but feeling very unfocused at the moment.
Yeah, you're really unfocused. Your minds and thoughts to Mandy, so you probably initially make your first aid medic sort of check, like looking at the right. You probably take a force for the sort of attempt on this, because there's no finesse in here at all. You're literally, it was a jet of blood. Thank you, Natasha.
I do have this. I have the skill trick quick aid, and I'm going to spend a momentum to perform a first aid attempt as an action, like as a quick action.
There, it's gone.
How does medicine cunning sound?
Cunning doesn't sound like the force attribute.
Oh, okay. Medicine intellect.
Yeah, that's probably a better way to go.
All
Or
right.
medicine might. Just slam
Medicine
them hands
might.
down on top of it. Just stop the jet of blood.
That's not bad. Medicine might. Let's do that.
Okay. No complications in this instance. I believe that failure is its own complication. I mean, there is one complication: blood everywhere.
I have one success.
So you've not bought off blood everywhere,
No.
but you have successfully staunched the flow of blood. Yeah, you don't have anything immediately in your hands to gauze and heal the wound up, but I think now is a good point for your healing power to take effect. So what is the mechanic behind the rolling of your healing check? While do you have that right in front of you?
For the healing power, yes.
Okay, why don't you give it a read, do the roll that you need to do while we switch scenes to those who are still outside. Mandy flees the plane, bounces down the sliding, the word is filled up with air, tube raft of escaping. She slides down that and dashes off into the street, and I will attempt to remember the word inflatable in the future. And
No, I like tube, but what is it? Tube of saving? Is that what you said? I think it's canon now, but
okay, thanks. And let's turn our attention to, I believe, anyone who is currently outside the plane.
So you're outside? No.
Or did everybody get into the plane before we left last game?
We're all on the plane.
Oh, I love that. That makes it even better for me. You're all in the field. Oh, I forgot to add your field difficulty to your checks too there, Leo, but that's fine. What is your healing check? Give me the description of that and the successes you've got.
My healing check is quantum plus power. First, I need to know what injury condition level it is, because I can only... It is maimed?
Yep.
Okay. I do not have a high enough healing rating to heal maimed.
Oh, okay. So you can heal injury conditions and other boxes. Does maimed have to come off first? I think it does. Well, you have spent momentum. You made your healing check with success, so you were able to do it in the moment. So if you would like to max out your power, then you can attempt to do that. Do you know what it means to max out your power?
Why don't you explain it, Kyle?
Okay, these rules are really new to me as well. But you can attempt to spend stuff and roll, and you take on what is known as flux. And flux is like the weird stuff that develops into transcendence over time. So if you fail, you get 2 flux. If you botch, you get 2 flux. If you fail, you get 1 flux. And you can max out your power. And in the Aberrant manuscript, which if I can even figure out where to pull that up, it is in the max out power section. And I'm working literally off memory here. I don't see the manuscript in front of me. So it basically means you're going to spend some momentum and you're going to roll your power. And if you get successes, then you'll be eligible down the road. This is the only way in which to spend experience points to develop your powers in Aberrant is to max out the power. so if you don't ever try to max out your healing, you'll never be able to spend experience points on it. So let's max out your power, which will allow you to have a temporary for the scene explosion of extra ability, and we'll see how things go. So we'll spend 2 momentum here.
Excellent.
And
Good thinking.
Here we go. Okay. At least I think it's 2 momentum. I'll scroll down. I'm sure the Onyx Path will come along and let us know. Hey, Kyle, that's not how you max out powers. And I'll say, well, flash your anarchy badge there, Natasha, and we'll be fine to go. Woo!
All right.
Roll your mitt full of dice.
Okay.
The suspense is killing me.
Oh my goodness, 1 success.
All right, well, that's enough to max out your power. You've healed the maimed condition from them. Please describe what everything happened, where the jet of blood suddenly goes, and all of the other pieces in this supernatural lightning healing array.
Okay. So he reaches down and tries to use his feeble strength to staunch the bleeding, and then remembers, oh, right, I have that power thing. Okay. And tries to focus, feels a wall that this might be an injury too much for him, and then concentrates and pushes, and brighter, almost arc welding lightning comes from his hand into the wound.
What is this wall you said? What is this wall?
It's that he doesn't normally have enough healing to heal this injury.
Yeah, but it's some sort of metaphysical wall. What is it? What does it look like?
Okay. It feels like a net that stops him, but has some give to it, making him force and think, maybe if I push hard enough, I can break through this.
I love it. Yes, I like the idea of this electrified net that your character's trying to struggle through in order to break through your powers. So you're trying to save them, not cook them, says Zero. So you succeed. What does this person look like, Sarah?
The person is short blonde hair, spiky, with dark roots, blue eyes, very fair skin, well dressed.
How old are they, Paige?
33.
It's very specific. You can just tell by looking at them that they're a multiple of 11.
Exactly.
33. What's their gender, Velvet?
I think they're non-binary.
Cool. I love it. Yes. And if you were to give them an adjective description, what would you describe them as?
Boy band.
You're the best. Cool. Carl, what's their name?
Pat.
Sorry, what's their name?
Pat.
Pat. Cool. Carl, please roll some d10s because I believe you have bound this person to you by way of your powers herefore and forever after.
Oh, okay. What am I rolling?
Roll 4d10, please.
Roll for groupies.
No successes.
Ooh, that's not good for you.
Okay.
This person is now connected to your story. We won't know what that is and how that works. I have written down the individual's name. They are Pat with short blonde hair, spiky with dark roots. They're 33 years old, non-binary. They evoke the image of boy band. You have stopped the jet of blood from passing through the entire cabin of the plane. And you've saved their life. They are forever in their debt, and somehow linked and connected to you. You cannot break that. That is Pat. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with that later on. They are still passed out. They are still unconscious, and it is now time to turn to a few of the other people. Can you each of you describe what you're doing, how you rescue a few people as you exit the plane? Let's go around from Leo to clockwise. So Velvet, then Paige, then Sarah, then Nat.
Leo is not strong. He is not going to be lifting or fireman carrying
Leo,
anyone.
we already got you. You saved Pat. We're good. We can go with Velvet. Yeah.
Oh.
Along the same vein, Isabella is not really the hands-on type, especially when everyone's bleeding. So she's gonna maneuver around very gracefully and just kind of tag people for the stronger folk to carry them out. And if she notices anyone that isn't like all tore up in any noticeable way, she'll just check for a pulse.
Cool. And then how do you help them out?
If there's a pulse, she'll tag them. If there's no pulse, she'll just kind of grimace and walk away.
Okay. Do you find a pulse or not?
Ideally, yes.
All right. So you find a pulse and describe your exiting of the plane.
I think she's a little power trippy. So she's just kind of enjoying herself as much as she can with the kind of the grimmer setting. And so as not to obstruct anyone's exit, she'll just continue to just like spider monkey around wherever she can find purchase.
Okay. Yeah. You help this person out. Do you slide down the inflatable rafty thingy?
Of course.
Okay, cool.
She'll do like one of those bounces to make sure like she springboards off of it.
Nice. Do you land with a pose or just move on?
Always pose.
Yeah. I shouldn't have asked. Cool. All right. Let's move on to Jess.
Using, like last time, my swift running skills, Jess has been running up and down the tube of safety really quickly, and it's like bouncing down it with people and then like going back up. And that's just kind of been maybe grabbing people who've, Leo's healed and whatever, whoever may be, and just kind of like running them in and out. Well, just out, not in. That'd be bad, but that's her goal.
Awesome. And Sarah.
I'm gonna look for anyone that is small enough that I can reasonably carry them out, like frail older women or children, or people, because Sam's not super physically strong, so she will grab them and drag them out to the little slide and push them out and come with them down the slide.
Nice. As you're going down the slide, you realize there's almost no time left before the plane explodes at this point. What do you do?
So Leo is still in the plane, correct?
Sure. Yeah. Thank you for saying that. Absolutely.
And it's about to explode with me going down the slide.
Yeah. Yes, that sounds like a great idea. Thanks. I like that too. Yeah. These are great questions. I love them.
I'm going to imagine just a bubble of energy surrounding the plane, hoping and praying that somehow, metaphysically, my mother can help to save people from dying from this explosion. And she's going to grab the necklace around her neck and just be like, oh my God, Mom, please help us.
You're still standing on the plane. You look up, you're helping the person on the plane. You see Leo helping that individual, Pat, with the jet of blood. and the plane has not exploded.
Oh God, we have to get off the plane right now. Right now, it's about to explode. We have to leave. We have to leave. I don't know how to explain this, but we have to leave now. Now, everybody, just out.
So what do you do differently?
I'm gonna grab. I don't do anything differently, really.
Okay.
I'm gonna very insistently tell Leo that it's time to go grab him and get him out.
Well, that is different. That's
So
no.
yeah.
Okay, so do that.
Leo, grab him. Just get him out. Let's go. The plane's gonna explode. Get him.
Right. I know.
You don't have time to patch him up here. Get him out. Go.
Oh. Okay.
And I'm gonna just grab people and drag them out.
Yeah, and because you scored so well previously on your intelligence check to see what you needed to do, you grab all of the people that you can, that you know are going to need to be safe, and you get them off the plane. Ash is in the cockpit, let's say. Where do you think you are, Ash?
Yeah, I think I kind of ran up there looking for like if there's a pilot or something. Because after I got sprayed with blood in my face, I felt a little bit awkward because I did cause that damage to that poor person. So yeah, I went to the pilot's area because I thought maybe I could save they survived. They landed. They didn't actually crash into something. So yeah, I'm like, pilot, yeah, save the pilot. I don't know.
I love it. Cool. So you're currently trying to save the pilot, right?
Or a stewardess. I don't care. I mean, there's got to be somebody.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
we call them flight attendants now.
Yeah, you tell me what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm just literally looking at the front of the plane. Maybe somebody's stuck in the air. Maybe somebody's in the bathroom. Maybe they were having a good time. I don't know. Let's make sure that this plane is clear before it obviously is going to explode. And I kind of have a false sense of confidence right now.
Mm-hmm.
Comes from the light hand and like the flesh and stuff being different. So yeah, I'm definitely looking for bodies up there.
Yes, it's not just the hand. Like, all of you can glow with a radiant light. And it's just, you can fire light blasts from your hand and or your eyes and or your knee, whatever. You can choose whatever place you would like to fire light from. But yeah, your hand especially is cool. And you hear a whoomph, and that is not Velvet bouncing off of the safety boat thingy. And it is in fact the jet fuel catching. It catches from the rear of the plane, and it starts roaring, and we get that beautiful sense of time slowing down as the cabin itself explodes and fire burns everywhere in the beautiful varied colors of jet fuel fire flame as it comes roaring towards you in the empty cockpit.
God, I hope that windshield's busted, because otherwise I am messed up right now. If not, I'm punching.
So, is the windshield busted or not?
I'm not allowed to answer that question, am I?
You're the character in the scene. I'm not there. I can't envision it. I kind of can envision that the place was empty. There was no captain or co-pilot or navigator or stewardess or steward in there. I think his name was Stuart. He was Stuart the stewardess. And there is no one in the area. The place is all smashed up. And you tell me, is the windshield blown out or not?
I'm just going to assume no, actually. And then I'm going to punch it.
I love it. Cool. Yes. Punch the windshield. Are you going to use your light fist power too, or?
Why would I not? I mean, I'm going to die.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Your character is durable to the nines.
I know, but like, we don't know, like, can jet fuel melt ash? I heard it could melt steel beams, so.
Yes.
Yeah, anyway. Gonna roll for that. I mean, can I use close combat? Yes.
Of course.
All right. I mean,
Whatever
it
role
doesn't
you want to make in
require
this. Absolutely.
Yep, might and close combat are my way to go. So, yeah. Whoop. All right.
Now
that's
you've got
6.
an edge, I think, of adrenaline spike. How does that work? Do you know how that one works?
Um,
You're like,
I-
maybe?
actually, well, I should, but I think no. Adrenaline spike actually works with injury conditions, and so if
Okay.
I was injured, that would be important, but it's not. So I actually got 4 successes out of the 6 roll. So, and one of them was a 10. Can I roll again? Is that what the whole thing is?
Yes.
Gonna blow out this window like it was nobody's problem. So, no, that wasn't. So yeah, 4 successes.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, describe for me the cool stuff you do as you blow out the windshield.
It's beautiful. It's just like fear, overwhelming. There's fire. It just explodes. I mean, I punch so hard I throw myself out that opening. But I'm tumbling over the nose of a plane and going to skid across the pavement. Just like literally skid across the pavement with fire coming out behind me. That is
Cool.
what's happening.
Okay, yes, the fire explodes behind you as you roll, and everyone in the crowd gasps, ah, sort of stuff. Actually, everyone do the ooh and gasp here so we can get the full effect of multiple people gasping.
And I'm screaming too. It's
Yes,
like,
do that as well.
It's actually quite embarrassing, and I do not want to live this moment, but there's probably like 12 people recording it from the street.
Yes, this is, of course, everyone is recording these 5 people in orange jumpsuits in various degrees of undress and wearing of it, leaping from there. I'm going to add one thing, though. There is a 1-week AA sobriety chip that was in the pocket of Ash's jumper, and it falls out of your pocket and gets caught up in the burning fire and just woof, gone as you jump. So you believe. But the camera really focuses on this 1-week chip getting caught up and falling out of your pocket. Cool. The plane explodes. So that happens. All of you manage to get away as a result of Samantha's brilliance. And we can welcome a entire raiding party of 9 people who dropped in from Dice Priori and thank them for their attendance. Now, folks, what do you want to do? The world is your oyster. You're standing there. Tourists, gathered throng, explosion. What's going on?
Ooh, put my hand on my lower back because I was exerting. Oh.
Can you believe that just happened?
Looking around for Mandy. Where's my daughter? Where's my daughter?
Your daughter?
Yeah, she's here. She was on the plane. Did anyone see describing her clothing?
Oh God, your daughter was on the plane?
And the first thing I'm going to do, looking down at myself, is take the orange jumpsuit top off.
Yes.
And then tie that around my waist because I'm not wearing any other pants.
Yep.
So that I look like this on top again.
Right,
and
because
then
you chose to wear all your clothes underneath, right?
Except for my pants, because
Cool.
2 layers of pants just sounded too hot.
Yeah, I hear you. Everything you're currently wearing on there is, I don't know how to express this. There's something wrong with your shirt and your vest. They're tight. The fabric is very hard to move in. It seems to be pressing you and shifting strangely in your shirt, your vest especially, and your undershirt especially.
Okay. I'm just gonna deal with it. I don't have time for that. I've got to find my daughter.
Sure. Yeah. You look around for her. What are you up to, everybody else?
Looking at everyone in our group, like, are y'all hungry? Like, I'm pretty hungry right now. I think I've burned a lot of calories, and I'm really hungry.
I could really, really use a drink right now, and there's a bar over there. I'm going over there.
To be clear, you're gonna pass me face down on the pavement, like.
Oh.
I assumed you stood up.
Yeah, if you're still face down, I'm not gonna walk past you.
I love it.
I just wanted to set that up, okay? Because I'm just lying there, just like.
Oh God, are they okay?
Ash, are you hungry? I think there's some burgers nearby.
Did somebody say they need a drink? Because I need one right now.
Are you all right? Here, let me help you up, and I'm gonna offer them my hand.
Thank you. There's gonna be gravel, like, slipping off. I mean, it's not like embedded, but it's definitely just road burn, like dirt, grease, everything. Slightly smoking hair.
Terrifying. So let's get some alcohol in us, like, now.
Dude, just speaking my language right now.
Bar that way.
Cool.
I'm just gonna start walking that way.
Cool. Yeah, this seems like a great opportunity for a scene. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going to happen here all at once. We'll try to get through all of this social stuff because people are approaching you. Tourists are trying to find out your names. They're in your face. Velvet, Isabella Sterling's face, like the silver. They are trying to ask you questions, find out who you are, totally dazed and amazed by you and very much attracted to your presence. People are largely ignoring scratchy and shifty Leo, and people are giving Jess a wider berth, and they're eyeing your hand. People are really only ever looking at your hand when they look at you. They don't look you in the eyes, they don't look you in the chest, they look you in the hand. That's a new thing for you, and noticeable immediately. Lastly,
rude.
Ash,
very rude.
When Samantha walks off, someone approaches. It is none other than, how do I move this way? It is none other than your contact, your friend, Scarlet. So while Sarah swaps out, I will let everyone knowing and watching for the first time that my players all have 4 key NPCs in their game, and those 4 key NPCs are played by the 4 other players. And tonight we're going to get deep into some extraneous NPC interaction, because while that is happening and Sarah is getting into Scarlet, I will ask Paige to get into Gary because he's there as well, and he sees Nat's character Ash, of course, laying on the ground. No one missed the tumbling through the space as these 2 NPCs come walking up. I don't even think those 2 NPCs know each other, do they, Nat? No, so this is great. They don't know each other at all, and it's going to be some fun times. And since that's happening, I would like, that's actually everybody that we can do at the moment. So we'll go with that. And Isabella Sterling, while people are getting changed and into costumes, why don't you tell me what you do with these throngs of onlookers and people who are enjoying your presence?
I do my rounds, and I think aside from Ash, who is still on the floor, I will definitely go around and do that Rocky pose where I lift up Jess's and Sarah's and Leo's hands up in the air.
Okay.
Definitely a lot of princess waving. I think at one point she gets scared of being mobbed, so I think she's gonna like jump on Jess's back koala style.
Cool. Okay. Well, Jess is kind of actually moved aside for Gary to take the limelight. So how about you interact with some of these NPCs yourself?
Sweet.
What's your name? Says a little kid.
Children. I can't touch them or the mother won't take them back. I'll keep my distance and just be like, I'm Isabella Sterling, like the silver. Make sure you don't inhale any of the smoke. Stay over there.
Thank you. Are you a superhero? You saved a whole bunch of people.
We are absolutely superheroes.
That's awesome. Can I get a picture with you?
Just grin and start like a whole selfie montage.
Yes, there's a whole selfie montage. Perfect. Ash, you see two familiar people move towards you that you recognize.
Who do I see first?
Yes, both.
Oh,
Let's say
God.
Scarlet. Do you have your Gary costume at hand, Paige?
My red tie.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I'm the manager of Circle K, sir.
I will zoom you back so people on the channel can see it, because this is awesome. There we go. That's better.
Okay. So after picking myself up and hearing Sarah be like, get a drink, I'm gonna clear the blood and ash off my face. Ash clears ash off. And look at be like, Mom, Dad? At both of you. There's some weird psychology going on here, but it's mostly just like, did I die? Oh God. I didn't think I'd see you guys in heaven, but like, cool. Or is it hell? This is hell. So this is hell. This is my neighborhood. Oh, Okay.
No, Ash, you really hit your head there.
Ash, what
Oh.
the hell is going on? Like, a friggin' plane just crashed in front of the bar, and you're like all diamond and crap. Like,
Oh no.
are you okay? What happened?
You know what would be really okay right now is if I'm gonna need about 10 shots of wild turkey, and then I can say I'm okay. All right.
No, you're gonna answer my questions, because you just come out of here looking like a freak, and you like land in front of the bar, and a plane explodes, and people are all over the place. Like, what am I supposed to do with this, Ash? What am I supposed to do with this?
We're just gonna roll with it because, like, apparently it's the apocalypse, and God and his angels have called us all together today to have a good time, because I'm pretty sure the world is ending. So, Mom, Scarlet, I love you, but I can't deal with questions about what's going on, the nature of the universe. I'm not even high right now, and I'm having a moment.
Oh
So,
no. Ash, I really don't think this is supposed to be like this. You said you'd stop drinking, and now you're saying you're gonna go have 10 shots now. I'm really not thinking.
Who are these people that you're hanging out with? I don't like them. I don't like these people that you're hanging out with. I don't like the crowd that you've been around. Look, you just need to come back with me.
I think there's some greater concerns in the universe beyond the fact. I mean, I just was doing community service. You guys aren't even.
And why were you doing that?
You
Why
know?
were you in the community service in the first
I know.
place?
Yeah, like that's a long conversation, and it's much better to have over a drink. Okay, let's just go. These are my friends. I just
get
met
another
them.
drink, Ash. I really don't think you need another drink there. Remember, this is
Okay,
how you got fired.
I am literally going to start running away from these people.
Look, I don't know who Bobby's World is over here, but you just
Oh.
need to come with me.
Well,
Listen to the Little Mermaid here. She's got a lot of good things to say.
The
I like
Little
your hair.
Mermaid.
I like your hair. That's like the one in the movies.
Actually, I'm gonna turn around and be like, "Yeah, I should have hooked you guys up a long time ago." I don't even know. I said, Gary, come over to the bar. Let's kind of have a conversation right now.
Oh no, I
Charlotte's
only
amazing.
drink twice a year. You know this, Ash.
You can.
You know what,
level
Ash?
out.
You're right. Let's go to the bar. Let's go
Yeah.
to the bar and have a drink on this one.
Yeah.
Have a
think-
conversation.
You know, you knowing both of you so well, like You deserve to, like, meet somebody outside of your culture. And I think that you two are, I ship you. I don't know if you know that.
I don't
term.
really know what a ship means now, but if you really need to go to the bathroom that bad, Ash, you can really go.
Yes, I
ship
do
me?
actually.
You ship me with Bobby's World?
What is shipping?
No.
All right, let's go. Let's go have a drink. Come on, guys.
All right, let's describe Scarlet's bar. Right? What was the name of the bar? Do you remember, Nat?
Somebody else named it. Who named it?
If we've forgotten it, that's awesome.
It
Let's have
was-
chat
Yeah.
name it.
The Devil's Claw.
Devil's Claw. Yeah.
I like that, but let's see what chat has to say
Yeah,
if we
chat
can find
can
something
rename
better.
it.
Okay, what's the ambiance like, Carl?
Well, it's normally dark and smoky, but the doors and windows are open right now.
Because they're all not on their normal places?
Yes. The door is open because everyone has been running outside to see what is going on, the loud commotion when
And
a plane parked outside
Yeah. And the windows themselves, they're gone.
from the explosion.
Cool. And so there's a nice breeze blowing through of jet fuel smoke, and so it is still dark and smoky.
I will say that was probably a neon sign outside and it got completely decimated, so nobody really knows what the name is and nobody cares because it's one of those dive bars that's been on the corner since time immemorial, but nobody actually goes there except for people that live in the neighborhood and can walk to it. I'm speaking from experience here. That is my bar.
Velvet, what are the people inside the bar like? The ones that did not get up till when the plane crashed?
I think the ones that didn't move at all are the hardcore OG yokels that basically came with the bar.
They came with the bar.
Yeah, you've got some stock bikers and disheveled businessmen.
It's like when you drop the thing in with the Sims, they're the ones that are pre-populated.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, cool. And Paige, what is the decor like?
Ooh, definitely it's been there for a while. So there's a bra that's cone shaped from the 50s over the old chandelier style, multi-light. It's got probably a sponsored neon light, kind of Budweiser-y of some type. And these chairs are terrible. It's cracked leather, the fake leather, so they're super stiff. And if you're wearing shorts and sit on them, they might cut you.
Cool. All right. Take it away, Scarlet.
God, this place is a crap hole now. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do.
I think it's an improvement. Is the jukebox still working? That's the question, man.
Who the hell knows? Go see if you can get some Ramones on it.
I'm sorry, I've got a pre-appointment with the back of your bar, considering it is the end of the world. You can put it on my tab.
Hey,
I'm gonna
you
jump over.
old man over there. You get up. Go put some Ramones on the jukebox.
I like how you pointed at Carl. Your finger went right into Carl's camera. Somehow you stretched across time and space. And some guy that looks like Carl goes and does that. Of course, Leo is still outside.
Yeah.
Gary has a drink in hand already.
I'm gonna go back behind the bar and grab one of the top shelf bottles and a few glasses, and I'm just gonna pour them straight across the bar.
Do you wipe the dust off it first?
No, I don't even wipe the dust. In fact, I'm gonna pull the cork out with my teeth. Just
Yes, I love it. Cool.
What's the top shelf liquor that we're drinking right now? My reaction will be based on which one it is.
Oh, it's Patronus.
All right.
I have the name of the neon sign is Budweiser, the copyright-free version of Budweiser. This
we're
Bud,
going
it is for
off-label
you.
for that.
Please have it. Please have it.
Oh, Miss Scarlet, I really don't drink like that. This kind of smells like gasoline a little bit.
Yeah, just drink it, Bobby.
Everything smells like gasoline.
Oh, my name is Gary, miss, but all right. I don't know where that accent went, but it went somewhere because I'm doing a lot of them. A
It's
lot
okay.
of NPCs.
It's the end of the world. You can be whoever you want to be now. It's fine. Just take a shot, okay? And then I'm gonna take 3 of them, even though like it's they were for other people, but
Charlotte's just gonna grab the bottle and drink out of it.
Yeah.
Cool. And what's the crux of this scene? What does Ash say to these two as we've had a couple drinks and something pivotal happens here? Gary and Scarlet are there. We know that they care about Ash, and let's dig into that a little bit. So you've had a couple of drinks. It's been a couple of minutes. The sirens outside have stopped, but the flashing lights are now there as a lot of police and fire trucks and ambulances have arrived on scene, and we'll come back to that in a moment. But we're here in a bar, settled away. We've got Gary, Scarlet, and Ash surrounding the main bar itself. The bar top is there, standing or sitting at the stools. The customers are looking out the windows, and there's a moment here.
Finally can smoke indoors in California again. Sorry. Aren't you guys worried about your families and stuff?
Oh no, I don't really have much family, Ash. You really know this already? Oh Lord, I'm going somewhere.
Swimming through United Kingdom Sea.
I don't know if people's phones are working, but what about you, Scarlett?
I mean, Ash, my whole family's in this bar. That's it. I got you, and I got the drunk guy in the corner over there. That's my life.
Well, you're my family too. So yeah. Let's this is gonna have to be a haven for us because I'm assuming stuff is just gonna keep going down. I don't know. I tend to be a little bit prepper about this kind of like end of the world stuff, but I expect aliens to walk in the door next. So let's just get everything sorted. Put the news on. I don't know. Does your TV still not working?
No, the TV ain't worked since 1984.
Okay. Well, we'll figure something out, but maybe a radio. Do you have a radio?
No, I might have one back here behind the bar somewhere. She'll dig behind the bar and pull out this old Sony cassette tape player radio with one of those antennas that you have to pop off and extend up.
May as well try to put something on and yeah.
Yeah, no, Ash, I'm really quite concerned about you. You got a full body tattoo?
I've been through some changes lately, and
what's wrong with a full body tattoo?
Yeah. I didn't. Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, but I'm a little concerned when my Ash does it.
Well, I appreciate you being concerned, but maybe you could have been more concerned when you kind of fired me.
Well, I was hoping it'd be more like one of those moments in the movies where you turn your life around, but apparently really quite not.
Yeah, you're going to be waiting until... Wait, it's the end of the world, so I can't use that. Oh, well, yeah, you're going to be waiting until the other end of the world for that to happen. Sorry, Gary.
You got fired?
I kind of fired her.
You fired her? Give me that drink back.
He's been jumping
Nobody
them
fires
on the
my
ground.
Ash.
All right. Well. I'm glad one of you's looking out for me. That's great. Okay. All right. And then I'm gonna I'm gonna be you guys want some of this? And I'm gonna pull my spliff out and we're gonna enjoy this.
You know what? You can have a job here in the bar. You don't need to work for that Midwestern Thai.
Finally, okay. I've been bouncing for you for years, and you never and sound and everything, and you finally give me a job. Oh my God! See, and you do it after the whole place is wrecked. I get it, but that's the thought that counts, Scarlett. I appreciate it.
We're just gonna have to work on the people that you're hanging out with.
The bigger question is, can I live here considering the world's ending. Because I mean, we're gonna need a place.
You ain't got a place to live?
No, it's been a few days, but you know.
Oh,
I didn't want
honey.
to bring it up, but you know.
Listen, we'll make a pallet in the back. It's fine. You're welcome to stay here.
Thanks.
Alrighty now, but I think there's got to be some ground rules. No drinking on the job.
It's kind of part of the job to drink if you work in a bar.
Ash, not for you. You tend to go a little wild when you drink.
Gary,
Wait a minute. This is my bar. I set the rules for my employees. What are you doing, Gary?
Well, I'm sorry, Miss Scarlet, but this is my Ash.
Gary,
she's
I
my
have
Ash
a
too.
dad, but I don't really have a dad, and I don't need another dad on top of the dad that I don't have. So I love you, but I'm my own person right now, and I need to figure my own stuff out. And I appreciate your concern, but like seriously, the world's ending. Have a drink.
I really
Enjoy.
don't know about this, Ash, but it sounds like in the dad math, if you have a -1 dad, I have to be a +2.
That makes 0, right? Oh wait, I don't do math. Okay.
Look, we'll go get you a pallet. We'll set you up in the back. Just don't open your eyes between 6:30 and 7 a.m. because I walk naked through the bar around that time. It'll be fine. But
I've seen it already. It's okay. We're gonna be cool about it. All right.
All right.
Deal. Handshake. Shot. Scene.
Yeah, I feel like there's something lingering there between Gary and Ash.
It's called disappointment.
That's what my mother's gave me as a middle name, but like, you know.
All right, we'll come back to this. On the street, things start to get heated as cops arrive and start asking questions and whatnot. But we're not really relevantly interested in that because we do see that there are a couple of other people here that are of relevant note. Meaning that the owner of the diner and one of the waitresses at the diner that's right across the street from the bar, the place where you were talking about getting hamburgers earlier, are there. And that is Deborah, who is played by Sarah. So yes, Sarah is doing double duty today. I'm just going to change this over to Deborah. And we have, I believe, Paige playing Mama Rose, which is an NPC for Velvet. Let's just get that set up as well for you. Okay, I can't set up that one. For some reason, it's gone. Okay, so we've got Deborah. Why did I change that to Velma? I don't know. These things. Okay, well, we'll just turn those off. Cool. It is Deborah and Mama Rose for Velvet and Carl. They come walking over.
Oh, Sugar Bear. Isabella, is that you over there?
Hi, Ma. Glad to see you're fine.
Oh. Were you in that plane?
For a little bit.
What do you mean by a little bit?
I just did what you would have done. Just, hopped in, helped some folks. Left before it.
Are you trying to sweet talk me?
I sweet talk everyone.
I know, it's because you're sweet as pie, but I'm going to need you in this diner. Got some answering to do.
So I'm probably next to Leo because as soon as the cops showed up, I'm like, Leo's going to talk to the cops.
Sure.
So I think I'll just mutter under my breath. I think I just swapped one Inquisition for another.
Yes. But Leo, of course, is busy because Deborah is there. As they've both walked up together.
Oh, goodness. Hey, Deborah. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, hi, Leo. I'm kind of scared at the moment. How are you?
Yeah, a lot of commotion. I'm great. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's gonna be okay. You're not hurt, right?
Not that I know. Not that I know of. No.
All right. Okay. Okay. Hey, this is gonna sound really weird, but my daughter's here,
Oh.
and I can't find her now.
Oh no. Well, that's not good at all, sir. No, that's not good.
Maybe I think I had a picture of her here somewhere. Maybe you could help me keep an eye out for her.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Why are you dressed in orange?
Oh, I had this community service thing this morning.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were a criminal.
No, nothing like that. No. This is how you become not a criminal. You do some work for the city, and
So you were a criminal.
no, I just had to, pay some fines and make sure I didn't lose my license or anything.
Why are you in community service?
It was a moving violation. It was a traffic thing. It's no big
Oh.
deal. It's no big deal.
Did you hurt someone?
No, actually.
Were you wearing your glasses?
No. I just wear those for reading. I don't need them.
But you need them to see when you're driving at night. We've had this conversation. Do you have them with you now?
No, actually, I don't. We left all of our things back in the rec center where we changed into these ridiculous jumpsuits. My clothes are so uncomfortable.
Yep.
Why are they uncomfortable?
I don't know. Everything is different right now.
Okay.
Deborah, you can see that his clothes are growing, like sprouting.
What's going on with your clothes, actually? Are they moving on their own? Oh dear.
Examining my clothing.
Yeah, they seem to that those natural cotton and wool blends that you have seem to be shifting and changing. And now that it's been several minutes, there's definitely, you almost feel like it's mold or something that's growing on it. But they are definitely tightening, and the interwoven cotton fibers are sprouting as though they are trying to stretch and grow and grow back into the plants they potentially once were, let's say. Or the
weird.
Sheep wool that you hat's fine though.
Oh. This whole day has just been really weird.
Tell me about it.
I don't understand what's happening with your clothes, Leo.
I don't either. Hey, I don't suppose you have a change of clothes, maybe?
No. Do you need my jacket? I can give you my jacket.
No, that's fine. No, sorry.
I've got my work clothes in the locker in the diner.
No, it's all right. I don't think that would be much better. I'll figure something out. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, the buttons pop off.
Okay, you should probably figure something out like really quick, because it looks like your clothes are gonna fall off of you.
Oof. That hasn't happened in years. Okay.
Did you eat a whole lot today?
No, I don't think I've had anything to eat today.
Deborah, he's looking a lot thinner and more svelte than he ever has before. Younger, almost.
Did you dye your beard?
What? No, of course not.
It looks darker than I remember. This is very strange.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you want some coffee? I can get you some coffee. I know how you like it. 2 creams, 1 sugar.
Yeah, can you maybe make me a coffee while I run to the mirror in the men's room?
Yeah, let's go into the diner.
Right.
Cool. Yeah.
No,
Let's shift
away
the
from-
scene as this devolves with them walking away to Velvet and Mama Rose.
Have we made it into the diner yet, or are we walking
Sure.
that way?
Wherever you want to be.
I feel like Mama Rose, no business, immediately takes Isabella's sterling, like the silver, and plops her in the same booth that Isabella sits in probably every time. Or bar. I don't know. Isabella's choice.
Depends how hungover she is. If it's bad, it's the booth in the corner. If she's okay, it's like middle of the bar.
Oh, it's a booth in the corner type day.
I know. The worst days.
All right, now. You're going to tell me what you did.
I didn't do anything. I was minding my own business. Doing community service. Which I volunteered for. No one forced me to go. But then, like, there was some really weird stuff happening. I don't know if your phone works or you got any updates, but some, like, chemical truck tipped over. And, like, the gunk got on my shoes. And then there was this, like, weird vibration in the air because something, like, blew up really far away. And then there was, like, some other criminals, but, like, hardcore. So we dipped. And then as we were making our way over here, the, sky started kind of falling.
Sugar Barrel would normally say you're really high, but not today.
I'm green, Ma.
You are green. I'm a little worried for you. It
I'm
like
just being
reaches
green.
out to do the, if Isabella allows it, the feel, like.
Yeah.
Have you eaten today?
Maybe. Not today. I think yesterday. Also, I got hit by a car. But my bones grew back, so it's okay.
Oh. All right. All right. And Mama Rose gets up to like get a plate immediately, whatever is fresh, doesn't care if the customer's right now, and like plops it in front of Isabella.
Cool. While she gets up to get something, someone belligerent approaches Isabella Sterling. What does this belligerent person look like there? And Nat?
So they are short and stout, balding,
Cool.
little red-faced.
Balding, red-faced, short, stout person. Carl, are they male or female?
Oh, historically, belligerent people are male.
Oh, okay. And bald. I mean, belligerent,
Yeah.
balding people are male.
Yeah.
But I easily
Be
envisioned
open.
a former coworker of mine at Cole's the Book People, and she was short, belligerent, stout, and balding, and she was a
Oh.
menace to society when she got a hate on. So I liked her. I will channel her, but it's a little dwarven dude. What's his name, Sarah?
Reginald.
Yep.
Reggie.
Nope.
Yeah.
Reginald. Damn it.
Reginald. Keep the full name.
Get out of here, you. He pokes a finger, a stout, short, stubby finger, right into Isabella Sterling's sternum. Like the silver. Get out of here, you. Infected person. Go. Get on now. Get out.
Are they a regular at the diner? Would I know them?
You tell me.
I probably, yeah. I figure this is one of Reg's regular tirades. So I'll just be like, Hey, Reg.
It's Reginald.
Reg?
Reginald. God damn
Reg.
it.
I got a joke for you. Knock, knock.
He can't hear you.
I'll just shout louder. I'll be like, knock, knock.
Yeah, he keeps poking his finger at you, trying to push you and propel you out of the restaurant.
You know, I think any other day she would have just laughed it off, but it's been a long day. And she is very rapidly sobered up, more sober than she thought she could be. So I think she's just got to reel back and backhand him.
Wow, yes. I love it. I'm going to take over narrative control for a moment because this is the revelation of your final superpowers. Isabella Sterling has that like green veining. He's definitely apparent, pale green skin at this point. You can see the veins, and she definitely looks a little sickly, from that perspective. But she's so glorious and magnetic and whatnot that it is hard to look. You kind of look past that. It's just kind of an evocative thing. It's like Johnny Depp when he was awesome and not like a wife beater. I guess he always has been. So never mind. I'm gonna name somebody else that's cool. Chris Evans, right? No, everybody likes him still, right? Everybody's good with Chris Evans. Okay, cool.
He's a good Chris.
Yeah, he's one of the good Chris's. Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth, if they had like the flu, are still awesome and hot and gorgeous looking. It's just they look a little rundown. Anyway, you haul back to smack the crap out of Reginald. Your close combat skill has gone from whatever it was before now to 3, which is a pretty hefty jump. I don't recall if it was at 1, but it is now all the way to 3.
It was at 0.
There you go. Also, your fingernails glisten very visibly with some sort of colorous, dolorous ichor when you lash out and strike him with the back of your hand. And Reginald is immediately poisoned from this ichor as the trailing cuts of your fingernails bite into his skin, and he clutches at his face and keels, dropping to his knees, and falls down. He doesn't die, but he coulda.
I'm going to tuck my hand behind my back and just be like, Reginald took a tumble.
People are filming this, of course, because ever since you've walked in, people have been filming you. They can't stop filming you. People shuffle in their purses and handbags and man totes to pull out, or gym bags, I guess, guys who aren't going to the gym still call them, pull out their phones and whatnot and are filming you. No matter where you go, it's just something that seems to be now occurring ever since you got out of the handy bus.
The camera loves me.
Do you say? Is that what you say? You turn
it. It's definitely like to herself, like a mini revelation. Like, oh my gosh, the camera loves me. And I'll angle myself in such a way that squirming Reginald is no longer in the shot.
He is, yes, initially still in the shot very, very thoroughly. You have developed your quantum attack. You have quantum attack 2, and it has the power tag of poison attached to it. And I will add that to the Discord channel for you. And with that, I'm done, folks. You have all of your superpowers.
Woo!
Yay!
And that is game. No, now continue to play.
And we're done.
And yeah, I will pass this one on and put this up in the Discord. All right, Mama Rose comes back, finds Reginald unconscious on the floor.
Is he still alive?
Was he ever really?
No, not really. And I called another regular to Jimmy, be like, Jimmy, will you just pick him up and put him outside? He'll be fine. Throw some water on him. He's probably a little drunk too. And turn towards Isabella. I'm like, Now, did you do that?
Allegedly. But he started it.
I mean, I'm not complaining. He's one of my least favorites.
Well, what's the last time he bought anything? I feel like he just comes in and yells.
Well, it's like white bread toast.
Huh.
That's about it.
He would.
He would. And drops the plate of food in front of you. I assume it's like the special of the day is probably something like pot roast. It's probably wonderful. In fact, it is wonderful. I'm just going to state it right now. This is canon. This cafe, yeah. This diner has amazing pot roast.
Isabella's usually like a pain in the ass about whatever she eats, but like she'll straight up just eat anything Mama Rose makes.
Sugar Bear, what are you really gonna do now?
Just like talking between mouthfuls. I don't know. Our community service got cut short, and I'm gonna guess they're not just gonna cut us loose and let us maybe read to old people. I also just got a message from my landlady, and apparently my place just like flooded, which is like whatever, because I mean, I didn't keep any of my cool stuff there, but.
So you're saying you need a place to stay?
I'm not saying that, but I'm not saying that.
Well, I'm not saying I have a spare room upstairs across the hall from my apartment, but I'm not saying you can't stay there.
Were that the case hypothetically, that would be great.
Hypothetically, I have an extra set of keys behind the counter. You know where I keep them.
You can't see, but she's winking behind her glasses.
I feel like you actually were doing it.
Yeah, I did. And then I forgot I was wearing these, and I was like, oh.
Let's move back to Deborah and Leo.
Okay, coming back out to the diner and finding the coffee waiting for me. Oh, excellent. Thank you. Thanks.
You
Well,
see Reginald on the floor, Leo.
You just missed some crazy stuff. That person over there just...
Is that Reginald? What happened to him?
That person with the red glasses attacked him. He was being very rude to her. Mm-hmm.
Isabella Sterling like the silver?
She'll probably just pop her head off with like a chipmunk mouth full of food and just wave at Leo.
Pot roast.
Oh. Yeah.
Reginald said something about her being, you know her?
Yeah.
Reginald said she was infected.
We were,
Are you infected too? Is that why your clothes are growing?
I don't know. We were in the community service. We were off the turnpike and something crazy happened. There was an accident.
What sort of accident?
Oh gosh. Now that you mention it, it was like a chemical accident. There was a big spill. We probably should get checked out or something.
A chemical accident? I thought you were talking about the plane crash. There was a chemical accident too?
Yeah, before the plane crash. In fact, I think it may have been started by whatever caused the plane crash. There was a big power outage over on the other side of town.
Have you seen the news?
No, what's going on? I assume it's just about the plane.
No, it's not just the plane. There's footage that people keep sending in of these people doing crazy things. One of them looked like you.
What kind of crazy things?
Like shooting lightning from your eyes.
All right. So confession, that might have been me. But don't worry about it. Everything's
Oh.
fine. Everything's fine. I'm just gonna enjoy this coffee. It's delicious as always. Thank you, Deborah.
So you're a monster then.
What I know, no. Reginald is delusional and a hateful little man, and those are not terms that I would use to describe someone.
But you shoot lightning out of your eyes and your friend
But not on purpose.
dropped Reginald. What do you mean not on purpose?
I didn't look. I didn't wake up like this. I didn't ask for this.
I think that you should maybe turn yourself into the government and let them figure out how to fix you.
You know what? You might be right.
You have a daughter.
Yeah, somewhere.
How did she go missing? Was she hurt?
She was hurt, and I was trying to help her, and she got scared because I looked so different, and she ran off.
Oh, so she thinks you're a monster too.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, I'm still here, aren't I?
What does that mean? You're not. You don't hate me because I'm
Beautiful.
growing clothing?
Leo, no. I don't hate you. You're my best customer and a good friend.
You tip well.
Look, I don't know what's going on either. I appreciate the coffee, and I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell anybody about all of us, that you know us. I don't know.
It's gonna be hard because if you look around, everyone's filming us.
Mostly Isabella Sterling.
Yeah, mostly your friend over there.
I think she likes it.
Yeah, well, you might want to look at the news. You might want to, I don't know. Is there like a Professor Xavier of the real world? Like, is
Who's
there a
that?
school for gifted people? I don't know where to send you. I don't know how to fix you. I don't know how to help you.
That's really sweet. I appreciate it. That's unexpectedly nice of you to want to help. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with us necessarily. Well, maybe with the counselor lady. She's kind of a puddle of goop. But
What do you mean a puddle of goop?
the rest of us seem to be not getting worse.
You have a Jello counselor?
Yeah. And now that you mention it, I don't remember where we left her. She's in a bag.
You left a woman in a bag?
It wasn't.
Could
a
probably
bag.
check on that.
Leo, I don't know if I can handle this.
I know it's a lot of information. I don't understand either.
This is a lot to take in. Oh,
I feel like I'm having one of those dreams where weird things keep getting weirder, and then like there's throwbacks later to the weird things that happened earlier in the dream, and they don't make any sense out of context. Like a lady made of goo.
yeah, like a lady made of goo. I hope my cats are okay.
Yeah, I hope your cats are okay.
Well, there's a plane crash.
Were they near here?
I live above the diner.
Oh, that's right. Oh, sorry.
I want to move back briefly to Ash and our friends Scarlet and I forgot it, Gary there for a moment, and then reset the scene. So if you're comfortable with that, that's where I'd like to go. I feel like we've gotten movement. We have met Mama Rose. We have met Deborah. and we kind of get a feel for how these relationships are playing for these people. And I would like you all to know that Durgan McChuckles has subscribed with Twitch Prime, and as a result, you all have an enhancement on your next roll. I don't have a thing to put there for enhancement. I will have to find a new thing to add to the game to say that you all have Twitch Prime subscription enhancement.
Thank you.
Cool. Such an easy change for Paige to Gary. Not an easy change for Sarah to Scarlet.
How you feeling, Dad? Oh, Gary. You okay?
Yeah, I'm really all right. I don't you know I've been tossing?
What? Is that slang for like your generation? What's tossing?
But you're not supposed to let her know the shots.
You've been throwing my liquor on the floor?
No.
Yeah, Gary doesn't know how to relax. Probably hasn't relaxed since 1991. So, like, don't hand him anything else. I apologize. Why don't we put on some easy listening for Gary? Gary probably likes to listen to Kenny G and watch.
You think I carry that shit in the bar?
I'm just,
Hell no.
there's gotta be like a station on that old radio you got over there.
You want some easy listening? I got some Misfits.
Yeah, that works.
Miss who?
Misfits. Yeah, you'd like her.
Mm-hmm. The Misfits. Yeah, really
yeah.
important. Really important pop band, Gary. All right. So now that we've got the family gathered together for our annual apocalypse holiday dinner.
So what's going on with your skin?
I don't know. I think something happened, like in the sky.
Yeah, a plane fell out of it.
Oh, before that, there was like this whole bright flashing light, and then there's a chemical spill. It was all sorts of weird. You guys don't have any weird changes going on with you? Feeling some superpowers or whatever the heck this is? I don't know.
No, I got left out of that lottery.
Oh.
Are you high?
Always.
Oh.
But that's not affecting this. And I'm gonna be like disco balling it under whatever light source is in the bar. Like, did you see this? That ain't natural, dude, and that's not on me.
Like turning to Miss Scarlet, like kind of purposely blocking Ash out, like, don't you know they really need to go to the doctor?
I'm gonna hear that.
Listen, Mr. Bobby's World, Mr. Gary. I think that you need to see a doctor, like a brain doctor, because I think you might have some problems. Like not knowing how to relax, not knowing how to have a good time, not knowing how to, I don't know, sparkle.
Oh, don't you know, Miss Scarlet, no one's ever seen that side of me before. Back in Minnesota in the teenage days, it got a little wild. Tipped a few cows.
Ash, where'd you find this cracker?
He's cool. Circle K. He's working really hard. I mean, for the man, we're all kind of in the same boat here. By the way, Gary, who's watching the Circle K right now? Did you just leave that open? Can I go grab a carton? Come on.
Oh no, I locked it down.
Oh yeah, in LA during the apocalypse. That's gonna last. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it
so-
figures you'd lock it down. So
I
Ash,
locked it.
tell me, how are you feeling? Like,
Much better now, thanks. Yeah, and I'm gonna need some more of that Patron in a little bit, but
so
yeah.
you said there was like a chemical spill, right?
Incidentally,
You think that's where you got your powers?
I mean that's how it starts in every comic book movie. I don't.
You think that chemical's still there? Like if I was to go down there, I could get me some powers too?
You want to go wade in it? Is that what you're saying? Like toxic sludge diving in? Are you kidding me? That stuff
Well, you're
is
still here and you did it.
Well, you know, I think you might want to just hang tight. You know, like nobody needs to go. You could end up being a real mutant out of all that stuff. You know, like the Morlocks and the X-Men that live under the ground. Don't end up like one of those. You could just get the lottery really bad again. Like you didn't get powers and then you got powers, but they're like come with a cost and you turn into Swamp Thing or something. Like don't do that to yourself, girl. Like you don't need that.
I mean, a great power comes great responsibility. Am I right?
No, but it's okay.
No, I'm not right. All right.
No, you're right. You're right. I tried today. I feel like I've wiped out my record for a hot minute. I saved somebody. Also, this blood is not my blood, but you know, you win some, you lose some. I've survived an exploding plane. I need another shot, please.
Ash, did you say you tried today?
I don't know, Gary. Did I try?
Oh, man.
Like
Gary,
super proud.
You are? Really? Oh, God.
Gary's like holding back a little emotion, like,
I haven't heard that word my entire life, so thank you, Gary.
you know, I really think you might be ready to come back to the Circle K.
Gary, you're drunk. I know you haven't been drinking, but you're drunk. But
You
I
tried?
appreciate it.
It's too late, Gary. She works in my bar now.
Yeah.
You done
And
lost her.
I'm also going to drink the rest of this Patron, and then I'm going to break into the Circle K. I'm going to take everything that isn't nailed down. Sorry, Gary.
Well, after the last time, I nailed down a lot, to be honest. But
I'm proud of you too. I mean that's takes some foresight. So thank you. Gary, you're cool. You're a cool person. And I'm sorry if I called you a dick. I didn't mean it. I was just
me a dick.
hungover. You thought I you asked me and then I said I feel kind of sick, but you know
Oh,
I just want to admit it now, you know, come clean for karma's sake.
well, Miss Scarlet, you got some pop here?
Some pop? What's pap?
Like Pepsi.
Got some RC Cola in that nozzle
Some
back
pap.
behind the bar.
Yeah,
That's
let me
what-
get some pap for you, Gare.
Oh, no, not right now. I've had my amount for today, but... Oh. Oh.
Pouring a Coke into a glass.
I get a little
Lighting
sugar
it down the
high. Well, if Ash is gonna be here, I'm gonna be here.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to have you looking out for me, the responsible party. You know, as it's the end of the world and all, you should probably take up a post watching to make sure that, you know, we don't have any weird types come into the bar while nobody's watching. I mean, there's like stuff going down outside.
Yeah,
I
you
know
might
it's
you
not.
might be able to take inventory and be like, I don't know, the apocalypse of the accountant of the apocalypse.
Yeah, Scarlett, do you still have that shotgun behind the bar? I'm sure Gary could use that. We'll put him up there at the front, right?
Yeah, I got a shotgun, but you want me to give it to him?
The only responsible person in this place, and who knows what's coming through that door? We could have the zombie apocalypse here soon.
I don't know
That's
about
a-
shooting no people.
That's a great moment, because when Ash mentions we're gonna have zombies or whatnot coming through that door, that's when the feds walk through the door. The feds and the local PD both
Oh yay!
walk through the door, and it's not just here. The scene is happening simultaneously as both the diner and the bar are broken into by the cops and the feds, and they both call out, "All right, you, community service, come out with your hands up. Some talking to do. Key witnesses have put you at the scene of the crime. The events to unfold. We need your testimony. We need your, just come out here."
They're not actually in the bar. They're just calling out, probably with guns drawn. Is that what's going on?
No, there's definitely a local PD individual and a fed in. No guns out. Just, the normal pen and paper out. Come into the bar. Come into the diner. They overlook Reginald still passed out on the floor. And, yeah, they're right here. So let's start with Ash. What do you do?
Hey, I'm gonna turn around, grab the bottle of Patron, take a swig, and then put it back out of the thing and go, all right, hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm wearing this, so I'm assuming you're here for me. All right,
That's
cool.
right.
Go. All right, let's get this over with.
Okay. Name?
Ash.
Ash
Bailey.
Spell that?
Bailey.
You see him hastily cross out a last name that he'd previously written and then write it again.
Oh, cool. How's the end of the world going, dudes?
Yeah, we'll ask the questions here.
Cool.
Isabella Sterling. Feds, cops.
Leo, come talk to the feds. I don't talk to cops.
Leo. What is your last name?
Upton.
What?
Were you asking the player?
Leo. No, it's the feds.
Oh, okay.
Fed cops. They're fed up.
Standing up, walking up to him. Oh, hi, hello.
Mm-hmm.
Pleased to meet you.
What is your last name?
Upton. Leonard Upton.
What? That's not
Leonard Upton.
What? Upton?
Yeah.
Is that like foreign or something?
What's your last name?
I asked the questions here.
It's your badge number.
That's Leonard Uptown?
Funk.
Yeah.
You know, you are.
He's gonna funk
I
you
love
up.
you, Nat.
Other than wearing a uniform, you haven't really produced any credentials, and you're being very rude. Can I help you?
Spell your last name.
Upton.
Oh, you see him hastily cross something out and then write something else down.
You new to this?
Yeah, Upton. Step outside.
First day on the job?
You. He points at Isabella Sterling and disregards Leonard further and says, name.
Isabella Sterling, like the silver. I, as in Isabella Sterling, like the silver. S,
Oh.
as in Sarah, look over there. That's Isabella Sterling, like the silver.
Yeah, no, I know. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. If you could step outside. That angry old guy, that'd be great.
She follows suit, but she's like very like taken aback, like total uncanny valley.
Where is Samantha? She went into the diner or the bar and is eating a giant burger. I think is what we described as the actions since you've been playing NPCs for a while. Cool. Still eating it. I love it. Fed points at you, says, you with the burger outside. You can take the burger.
What about my fries?
He just blinks at you. Can I get your name, please?
Who are you?
Is that a foreign name?
Who are you?
I ask the questions here.
Yeah, and why is that? Because you're in a suit?
You gonna be belligerent?
I'm not belligerent. I'm
Can I
asking
get
a
your
question.
name, please?
Can I see your badge?
You're not gonna give me your name?
Can I see some ID?
What is your name? You know what? Step outside, leave the burger.
I'm not leaving my burger.
Then give me your name.
Show me your ID.
The hell? You want everything here, lady?
I just want to know who's asking me who I am.
Give me
who's writing down my name.
Give me your fucking name. I got to use it.
PG-13 rating. Pulling that back.
Gee, man, dropping the F-bomb.
All right.
Kirsten Dunst.
And how do I spell that?
Dumbass.
Shithhead.
Oh, man.
You know, I'm the one in control of OBS here. And I can easily change the plate below your name. So you want to be Kirsten Dumbass? By all means.
All right, fine.
Shit's gonna get real. Also, so while Kyle's being belligerent and pushy, also just helping to educate the people who are watching. They don't know your characters' names except for the front names. So as help, I thought this is a great way to get everybody's last names and the pieces of that. So he says, do you want to try that one more time?
Samantha Blackwell.
That's exactly as it stands. Sounds right. Like that's Blackwell.
Yep. Like a black well.
Excellent. Cool. Since you were being mean to me, what is his name, Sarah?
Agent
Dubois.
James Hardman.
Please roll dice.
How many?
Yes. Let's say 3.
I'm like, okay, I will just roll some random 3. That would be a 4, a 4, and a 4.
Oh, you did it as well. James Hardman is now linked to you forevermore, Samantha.
No!
I think you did this to yourself. No offense or anything, but you definitely pushed his buttons today in a positive way.
Yay!
Good job. So we've got Pat, who's linked to Leo. I'm writing that the wrong way. I'm just putting this into Discord for those people who are listening along, so that we don't forget these sorts of things down the road. Cool. James Hardman. He says the name is James Hardman. Badge number is a really long string of numbers. I don't really think it's necessary to repeat that. You can see it if you want to.
Yes, please.
He shows you his badge, and he takes 2 French fries from the plate. He runs them around in the ketchup a little bit, and eats them while you look at his badge.
You're just gonna eat my fries like we're best friends or something?
That's like dying a Grand Theft Auto.
I'm the one asking the questions here.
As is very clear.
Come on outside.
Sure. Do I get to keep my burger, or are you gonna eat the rest of it too?
We made a deal. You get the burger. I got your
Alright.
name. You get the badge number. I got the fries.
Okay. Sam gets up, grabs her burger, puts the fries in her pocket.
Damn it, you can have momentum, gang. I like you guys. You're fun. Here, have a momentum time. I'm just gonna award that for fun. And Jess. Where are we at, Jess?
This entire time, Jess was next to Samantha eating her burger and watching this all go down, like, and then just has like a Coke in her hand, and she's just like trying to not look the guy in the eye, like, if I just act normal.
Can I get your name, please?
Excuse me? What?
Name, miss?
Do we really have to do all this?
Nope. You're Jess Henry.
Oh, God.
My daughter runs track with you.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, yep.
Victoria Hardman.
Yeah, I know her. Yep, that happened.
So why don't you step on outside, Miss Henry?
Do I get my burgers and my fries?
I don't see why not. You
Okay,
keep up them energy for them runnings.
okay. And like takes the whole plate
Yeah.
and just walks
Just
outside.
takes the plate with you. What does Samantha say when she sees the plate?
Oh shit! Why didn't I just grab the plate? Now I got fry dust all in my pockets. Shit.
I mean, you could put them on my plate now if you want. Honestly, I'll still eat them.
No, that's fine. I'll eat them out of my pocket.
All right, I got ketchup.
Oh yay! Can I have some of your
You
ketchup?
could totally have some of my ketchup. I think
Pulls a
we're
fry
really
out of her
smart.
pocket and dips it in the ketchup.
I got what our friends for.
Samantha's the one with the 3 mega intelligence.
Hey man, sometimes the really obvious things are hard for really smart people.
I love it. James Hardman is not in charge. James Hardman is a local, he's a local fed. There are the local PD here as well. They all seem to be running to 2 important figures. One, a woman, the other, a man. You can tell because of how they're dressed. And the woman seems to be some sort of official. The man seems to be, you're not too sure. He's wearing a suit. Now, one of these 2 people is the mayor of Los Angeles. Let's decide which of these 2 people is the mayor of Los Angeles. This is an important NPC.
A woman.
Of course. And what
Madam
is
Mayor.
Madam Mayor. And what is her first name, Carl?
Joyce.
Oh my god, I was
Voice.
thinking that in my head. It's
So
so
was I.
weird.
Is Joyce McJoyce.
Who's-
What is her last name, Sarah? Hard.
Oh, Greer.
Cool. No one was thinking that one. What is the predominant 3 adjectives that you would describe Joyce O'Greer with, Nat, Velvet, and Paige?
Definitely got like that Miranda from The Devil Wears Prada white hair that's like short.
So, like a Devil Wears Prada sort of attitude, or
No, just the hair. I don't care about everybody else. That was a physical description.
cool? I like it. Short white hair.
She's very clipped in her speech.
Cool.
And I know it's another physical description, but I feel like she's got perfect pearly white teeth. Like a politician's smile.
California politician especially.
Kind of looks like they might murder you.
Yeah.
Kind of over smile. Over charismatic.
Just straight up like caps or whatever it is that they celebrity people put
Like
on
a
their
Joker smile, just all teeth.
Yeah.
Suit with skirt or suit with pants?
Pants.
Pants.
There was the pants in this town.
What do her shoes look like, Velvet?
Definitely like very sharp black heels.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And Twitch chat, what was the slogan that got her elected? And how long has she been elected for? Okay, that's Joyce O'Greer, a very important and relevant NPC to you going forward. The other one is also going to be a relevant and important NPC, and this figure is hard to discern. They are taciturn. They are not giving off a lot of emotional, physical expression. They're very flat affect, very architect sort of demeanor, if you follow with those sorts of 16 personality traits. So what are they wearing? Let's go with that first, from shoes up, starting with Paige.
Oh, they are definitely like kind of like a Mac. Can't use words. That's when you try to do matte and black at the same time. It's Mac. Matte black leather shoes. Very professional.
So one of those like matte black leather shoes with a nice sole that you know they could run in if need be.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And maybe hide a knife in it. Who knows?
Like
escalation.
like the James Bond hit the heel, the knife comes out of the front shoes. Nice.
Yeah.
Like it. Dig it.
He always forgets one has a phone, one has a knife, and he forgets which has which.
Yeah.
Cool. Samantha, what does his pants and belt and whatnot look like?
His pants are gray, checkered. Excuse me. Checkered. Very, very small little checkers, like gray and black checkers. And his belt is brown leather.
No.
Like, no.
No.
That's a little eccentric, really. Black
Okay,
shoes
black
and a
leather.
brown belt. Are you kidding? Yeah.
Black leather belt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I think
You made my
physically hurt
face
Kyle.
vomit. Black belt. Cool. He's a black belt. That makes perfect sense. Nat, what's he wearing for a jacket?
I'd say with the checkered kind of gray, probably a very nice, slim black business jacket. But actually, there seems to be like a little pin on the lapel. I don't know what it is from this distance. And you just know there's a handkerchief somewhere on that person.
I love it. Okay, excellent. And what's his shirt and tie situation like there, Carl?
A steel-colored shirt and black tie.
Steel-colored shirt, black tie.
Yes,
Is
steel
it a
gray.
thin black tie or?
Yes. To go with the fitted, thin blazer.
Okay. Cool. And what's his face look like? Velvet?
Definitely looks like Burt Reynolds.
Oh my God.
I love it.
Yes.
Yes, the mustache, the sunglasses, yes, he looks like Burt Reynolds. Excellent. Okay,
Daddy.
chat has informed me. Actually, I'll ask this. Chat, what is his name? What is his stern, taciturn name for this individual. And I will tell you all, players, that chat has informed me that the campaign slogan for Joyce O'Greer was not "Am I in trouble again?" It was not "fry dust in the pocket," not "pocket dust on the fries," but in fact was, "Do you know what the city needs? Joystice."
I fully
Perfect.
expect somebody to run with the Joystice campaign slogan in the future, just based on our current cultural shift.
Absolutely.
You can see that working.
And so the pin that is on this gentleman's lapel, I'm going to see if I can put this up in the stream for you all, because I can manage these sorts of things now, I think. Here we go. There you go. There is the image that is on his lapel.
Nice. I like it.
Cool.
It's very masculine.
That is.
Very Mars.
I guess I could turn it upside down.
Just
There.
points it at me.
There you go. He is
It's like
wearing this thing on his lapel. And what is his name? His name is not "I'm aroused already." His name is...
Based on that pin, I mean.
Oops. Let's put that right back up. There we go. So, I didn't get a name from anybody in chat. Thomas Blaze is given to me by Sarah, which is
Dig it.
that's just cheating.
I love it.
Any
I
relation
do
to Bobby
love
Blaze?
Blaze. I'm glad that you didn't say Reginald Blaze, because that would have been funny.
There's only room for one Reginald in this story.
Yes, that's true. He's on the floor of the diner. Let's change
Probably
it from
gonna die.
Thomas. What's a great strong first name there, Carl?
Scott Blaze.
Now we know what Carl believes is strong. So, Scott
When you pair the two
Blaze.
single syllables.
Yes, Scott Blaze. Scotty Blaze. Scotty Blazy?
No.
Nobody calls him Scotty. They're going to end up dead. That's totally canon.
Joyce O'Greer and Scott Blaze, not that you know his name all that yet, both smile very kindly to you all. And they introduce themselves. Hi there. My name is Mayor O'Greer. You may have seen me on TV. It is a pleasure to make the acquaintance of such strong, upstanding individuals who, from what I have seen today on both television and YouTube, has really saved the day for us all.
Hi. My name is Samantha Blackwell. It's nice to meet you, Mayor.
Samantha, nice to make your acquaintance. I would like you all to come along with me, hop in the car there. You can see that your grimy and rough friends, Ricky and Joe, I want to say the other guy's name was. I've written that in the Discord, but that's neither here nor there. They're already in the vehicle that she's pointing out. The doors are open to a large SUV-style limousine. She says, we have some things to talk about that I'd really like to have a conversation with you about. This here is Federal Agent Scott Blaze, and he represents a special interest group that has taken, has leapt to the fore here with all of the events that have surrounded today. It's been quite a day.
Someone should probably get Miss Berry.
I'm sorry. Oh, the thing in the garbage bag?
The person in the garbage bag.
Well, we've got the garbage bag.
We just have to find the other Wonder Twin so she can be something else besides a puddle.
I'm sorry I didn't get that reference.
I actually got that one.
I did too.
Can we have a meeting for a second? Like a powwow? And like we like turns towards our group, like
Sure.
powwow. Powwow means like this. Like you all get in.
Team
all
huddle.
talk.
I'm gonna huddle.
There's like a plate. I'm holding a plate, and like we're all surrounding this hamburger and fries on a plate.
Gonna like shield us with my hat.
I'm smoking a cigarette and just like standing there. I'm not gonna huddle. I'm just like they can hear everything.
Ash,
Yeah.
maybe we can like super whisper. We don't know yet. We don't know anything.
We'll
We're
point at
actually getting
Samantha.
this?
Can you talk in our minds?
I don't know.
That's all she does.
I don't think so.
Are we really gonna get into this limo right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a nap.
I super don't want to.
I would really like to know whether or not it has door handles on the inside.
Okay.
They're probably gonna
all
take us to
right,
Area
yeah.
51 and dissect us.
Sure. It's
mean-
the end of the world, and we're in
Guys,
hell. And
Let's think about this. We were in like a chemical accident. It's entirely possible we do need to get checked out by someone.
Yeah, but
Or-
are we getting checked out, or are we being checked out permanently?
Like, are we going to be lab rats or something? I don't know.
I don't know.
At least it's a limousine. We're not in handcuffs.
Look,
We're not
guys,
in hazmat suits.
guys, wait. This is the mayor. It's not some medical group. It's not the CDC. It's the mayor. Like, I'm pretty sure she just wants to figure out why we are the way we are and what we're doing. And like, I don't know, maybe she wants to hire us.
I kind of want to know some of those answers too.
I mean,
It is the mayor.
What if Ash is right? I mean,
Okay, so
the world.
it's the end of the world.
just a
That's
thought.
probably Satan, you know.
If it is, and they do take us somewhere, do you really think they have anything that can actually hold us?
Good question. We'll
That's a
find
good
out.
Could be, probably.
I mean, you just broke through the windshield of a plane with your fist.
I did that, didn't I? That was kind of cool. Well, you know, like it's I don't know. It's not like I mean, there's people with cameras everywhere. If we're gonna go with them, you know, if we end up disappeared somewhere in a desert outside of like Las Vegas, who knows? Whatever. At least there's probably air conditioning in that limo, and I don't know. Maybe we'll get some free government stuff out of it, or I don't know. Just
I'd kind of like to get back to where my wallet and my pants are and my cell phone.
Oh, you didn't bring those things with you?
No, they told us to put everything in the locker.
And you just did?
Well, except for these clothes that are very quickly becoming unwearable.
Oh, they're absolutely unwearable. They're coming right off of you.
you're looking really good over there, Leo. I like that
thanks.
style.
Yeah. It's very new age. As in,
So-
it's regrowing new.
All right, I'm going with Satan over here. Have anybody who's gonna join me?
I'm not Satan.
Not you. Ah,
No.
jeez. Sorry.
She's like the temptation wagon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we've already decided you're not Satan, but not in front of you. It was when you were turned around, and we realized we're all kind of weird.
Who else is wearing their clothes underneath their suit? Because, yes, Sarah Samantha, other than her hat, her clothes are doing similar things to what Leo's clothes are doing. Any natural fibers of your clothing? Because this show is PG-13, all of your undergarments are protected, as of course, but the clothes that you're wearing that were underneath the suits are definitely falling apart. If they're unnatural fibers or like spandex and whatnot, then they're melting away. And if they are natural fibers, they seem to be like reverting and stuff. Weird things are happening.
Cool.
Terrible.
Okay. Does that include the jumpsuits or no?
No, the jumpsuits seem to be fine.
Okay. This is all just really weird. I'm going to go over there where the mayor is and where maybe I can get out of all of this plant matter and goo and see what's going on.
Are my Jello pumps melting too?
Your feet, your footwear seems to be fine.
Thank God.
I want to take one last look around looking for Mandy.
You do.
Any sign of her?
Oh, Mandy.
All right, I'm heading towards the mayor.
Yep.
I'm going to get into the limo.
Nice. One in the limo.
Hey, Madam Mayor. Hey, I'm Leonard Upton. Pleased to meet you.
Cool. One moment there, out of character. Anybody else getting in the limo?
Oh, yeah, I'm
Hey,
getting the limo.
is there? I'm getting in there. I'm gonna see if they've got like bottle service and a disco ball. That's what I'm looking for.
No bottle service that you can see immediately, but you hunt around and find something. You can give me that in a moment. We have two in the limo. Jess, are you in the limo?
I'd get in with my hamburger and fries.
Perfect. 3 in the limo. Keeping the plate. Cool. And Isabella Sterling like the silver?
Oh yeah, no, I'm in there.
4 in the limo.
Shake hands on the way to the limo.
Scott Blaze moves and gets in the limo as well. As we wrap this last scene and moment, there's so many cameras on you all at this juncture with the mayor. Leo stands there. The mayor says, "How can I help you, Mr. Upton?"
Just holding out my hand.
She looks at your hand, looks at the cameras, makes a decision, and shakes your hand.
Good.
Pleasure.
Pleased to meet you.
That
I'm going to go
wasn't
get in the limo.
tingly at all, she says. Great. We have our 5. They are all together in a limo with the 2 NPCs we haven't even touched on. There is a garbage bag off to one side of the limo. We'll touch on that next time. But today, we will leave with a few headlines, because that's what everyone is waiting for to see, because I have some. They are as follows from the chat. Some YouTube and TikTok and Twitter things that are posted videos, and the first one is, "At least I got chicken." And that is a video of the plane crash. And we've got "Send Ian $5 to max out." That also is one of the headlines. Person yeets themselves out of a plane. I'm sure it's completely understandable as to which one that is. Of course, it's Isabella Sterling hopping out of the plane and bouncing off the ramp. No, of course not. It's Ash.
Self-yeeting all the way through the...
Glowing figure saves kid. Plane explodes, ... So that happened. And this shit happens in the apocalypse. There you go. That was what I got from chat. There was a whole bunch of people who determined that Leo is now known as Pulse. As man brings Pulse back to life, Pulse saves the day, Pulse saves another person, Pulse lights up Magma Boy like the night.
I love it.
Gauntlet stops the plane. Gauntlet shifts things around. Gauntlet punches bad guy. I don't know if actually Gauntlet punched a bad guy, but that's the headline. And then...
Figures.
Where is my sheet of paper? Because they are awesome. There is Mesmer spoke to me in my mind. Mesmer shoots mental stun blast at giant magma man. And it seems as though Samantha's earned the superhero name of Mesmer. Not that you actually mesmerize people, but that's what they call you. Reginald gets the slap down by the Edge. And there is some hot contested Reddit thread that is number 1 right now. Is it the Edge or just Edge? Everyone is arguing about it.
It's definitely not the Edge, otherwise you're playing in the band U2.
Exactly.
Right?
So, yes,
Yeah.
that's one of the top comments. They're not playing in U2. This has to just be Edge. Yeah, but the Edge sounds much cooler is the second comment. And it continues on in typical Reddit fashion, getting more and more hilarious as it goes. And last but not least, Lucent is what they name Ash.
Yes.
Lucent.
NT. I'm loose and a cent short of $1. That works.
Lucent to glow with shining light is what it means, and it is the most erudite and intellectual and university style name of them all. For good old street kid Ash, my favorite. They are. Literally. I would like to give kudos to to Paige and to Sarah for playing so many NPCs tonight and
Thank
really
you.
rocking it. All of your
Y'all
NPC
are the best.
work was just fabulous. So I'm going to turn things over to you to say your farewells, a little bit of epilogue as you get yourselves comfortable in the seats and you look at the names and the YouTube images that are coming up, because there's a couple of TV screens and there's a laptop in there showing you all of this stuff as we drive away from this scene. Or maybe not driving yet, but we'll get there. Lastly, I want to say a few things. First, hey, you in chat. Thanks. Thanks for sticking out. Thanks for hanging out and being with us. Thank you for subscribing to the channel and throwing in a follow. You know, we have a coffee. You can reach me at Tavern Tales. It's a coffee. I don't know how to do the rest of that. I'm sure I'll find a link for it sometime in the future. But if you want to do the work and then give us the money, that's even better. If you don't really want to do the work and just give us the money, you can just, back the next Onyx Path Kickstarter. I'm sure they would love that more than anything in this under the world. And speaking of which, hey, Onyx Path, thank you. Thanks for having us. Thanks for giving us a home for us to be here for the next 11 weeks on Tuesday nights at midnight Eastern. For everyone on the East Coast to be in bed and asleep, and everybody on the West Coast to wonder what the hell we're doing. And nonetheless, thanks anyway. But mostly, thanks you 5.
Thank you, DM.
You're special.
Yeah. Thank you, Kyle.
Whoa, I'm not a dungeon master. I'm just a story guide. I hardly did any work today. You all did all of the heavy lifting. So thank you so much for that. Thank you for characterization. Thank you for saying yes. But more than anything else, thanks for staying up so late.
Yeah.
So the last thing I will say is we pan back in the camera. The fires have died down on the plain. And a single 1-week AA chip spins and lands on the ground completely fine and untouched by flame. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up in the same way we started, with Paige.
All right. So starting with Jess and her current mindset, she's sitting there slowly eating fries that are vastly cold and not looking at what she's calling the adults in the room right now are the mayor and the agent. It's like watching these monitors like, I didn't punch anyone. A little unfair. It's just...
Do you want to tell anybody where they can find you and what's up next for you?
Oh, yeah, I guess I can do that. Well, yeah, that's the thing I do. I totally forgot that part. Hi, I'm Paige. I have a fake silver hand right now. Woohoo.
Wow.
And you can find me on Twitter at D&D and Paige. You can find me here on Tuesdays, Mondays on Scraticus Academy, and then next week on Forge Breaker for a charity stream, the 4th through the 8th. I'm there twice, but all of the time the 4th and the 8th. And the afternoons, they are doing a charity for Alzheimer's. So I am really excited for that because it's been a long time coming.
And next is Velvet.
I think throughout, as soon as she settles down, Isabella's just going to be staring at the screens, doing the little thing where it's her hand barely covering her mouth because she's finally on the big screen. The orange might clash with the green a little bit, but she's there.
I love it.
I'm Velvet. You can find me on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar. You can also find me on Morty's Devils, on Fangirls with Nat, on Flight Risk with Kyle, on Stories of a Broken Sun, and here after our hiatus.
And I am Nat at Ashes for Foxes on Twitter. I should say that what Ash is doing right now is definitely just like lying back, is stretching out in this like clothes, like getting rid of some of that clothing that's falling off, just throwing it on people, being like, Lucent, is that like, or I'm gonna say no, it's, why are they calling me Luckin'? Okay, yeah, that's it.
And that's it for us, because I can't handle a better note than that.
No.
Right?
Carl?
No, we're not. Yeah, the rest of you don't get to talk. It's done.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. Move on.
Okay, Leo is trying, probably with mixed success, to chat up the two important people that are in this limo, basically trying to diffuse the situation, because that's always his go-to move, and doesn't really understand this whole social media and video thing. I am Carl Jordan. You can find me on Twitter as RPG Carl, like it says above my head. I am very excited to be in a City of Mist game on We Are Nerdsmith tomorrow night called Obscurum. That's a 1950s noir style. It's sort of like superheroes. We have powers, but we're certainly not heroes, not the traditional sense. It's a much more investigative style game. I am also going to be in a one-shot for charity on Monday on We Are Nerdsmith, where we are playing with Kyle and Sarah, and we're going to be playing baby monsters who have banded together to have to go rescue their master. It's going to be really exciting.
Are you done?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have as good of an exit as Nat there.
All right, so Sam is finally finishing her hamburger, and like just lazily picking fries out of her pocket and dipping them in Jess's plate of ketchup and eating them, while just looking at these people and looking around in the limo. Everything is just overwhelming, and she sees the headline "Mesmer spoke in my mind" and is like, why do people keep thinking that I'm talking inside their heads? I'm not talking inside their heads.
What?
Yeah, the funny thing I should point out, Samantha, is that when you talk to yourself, no one can hear you.
Oh. But would I notice that?
No. I mean, unless you were deliberately talking to yourself around other people.
Okay. Okay, so Sam's just going to be along for the ride. And my name is Sarah, and you can find me on Twitter at RNL, also on Instagram at RNL. You can find me on Twitch at Ars Mythica, and you can find my artwork, Mythic Mermaid Arts. You can just Google that and it'll pop up. You will find me here every Tuesday for community service, which is my favorite game that I'm playing right now. I love it so much. And you'll find me next Monday on the 4th on the We Are Nerdsmith as we do another charity game, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. thank you guys for watching.
Cool. And with that, I will say, as I always say, if you're part of a community, you need to be of service, because we all have special talents and we need to put them to good use to raise our community up. So go out there, find your community, and help when you can. Thanks. Have a great night.